Thank you, Minister. Senator Hume.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister for Finance, Senator Cormann. This government's commitment to economic growth and employment is irrefutable, but can the minister please explain to the Senate what are the values and principles that underpin this government's plans for the economy and for jobs?
The Minister for Finance, Senator Cormann.
Thank you very much, Mr President. I thank Senator Hume for that question. It is an incredibly important question. Of course, the outcome that the government is focused on is providing the best possible opportunity for Australians today and future generations of Australians to get ahead, to be successful and to have the most successful life they possibly can, because we understand that their individual success will contribute to our success as a nation, will contribute to providing opportunity to all Australians to be the best they possibly can be. And that is why our government and our economic plan, our plan for jobs and growth, is based on the principles of freedom, the free market, reward for effort, encouraging people to stretch themselves, to work hard, to take risks. And yes, our policies are based on the principle that we do need to ensure that we have an appropriately generous social safety net to look after those people in need of support. And having a national economic plan that provides the best possible opportunity for individual Australians to be as successful as they can be will not only be good for them and their families and the communities they live in, it will be good for our country, and it will help us generate the resources we need to ensure we can support those Australians who are doing it tough, to make sure that we can continue to provide all of the necessary resources into providing a generously funded social safety net to ensure that those Australians that need that support can be appropriately supported. But, Mr President, let me be very, very clear. This is a government that wants to encourage people to be the best they can be. This is a government that wants to encourage people to pursue opportunity. This is a government that wants to incentivise people to make the best possible contribution to our country, to help contribute to our success as a nation and to help contribute to the success of their communities. That is how we create more jobs. That is how we create better paid jobs, and that is going to be a key battleground between now and the next election, Mr President.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Hume, supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. Is the minister aware of any alternative approaches, and what would be the consequences for the economy and for jobs of those alternative approaches?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. The leader of the opposition has made a judgment that people have forgotten the historical failure of socialism. The leader of the opposition believes that the politics of envy will work for him, that the politics of envy will help him be politically successful. He believes that by telling Australians who are doing it tough, by telling Australians that are doing it tough, if we point to Australians who are successful, who've done well, and if we tell them that we want to tear down those people who've worked hard, who've taken risks and who've done the best they can, that we are going to help you have a better life if only we go after those people that are successful. Well, let me tell you, there's a reason for the historical failure of socialism. That is because if you want to achieve equality of outcome instead of equality of opportunity, the people that are best able to be successful, the people that are best able to contribute to our success as a nation, the people that are best able to contribute to
Thank you, Minister. The time for answering the question has expired. Yep. Senator Hume, final supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. Can the minister please explain why it is so important for the government to focus on equal opportunity rather than seeking to eliminate all inequality?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. What the historical failure of socialism has shown, that if you want to tear down those that are successful and those that are contributing to our success as a nation, then what you will do is you lead to mediocrity, you lead to to less investment, fewer jobs, lower wages. You end up with less opportunity for people to get ahead. I mean, there are examples all around the world. If you want to make people believe that the way to create more opportunities by tearing down people that are successful, well, there will be two things. There are two things that will be happening in that circumstance. People who can be successful might either leave or they will lose the incentive of stretching themselves and doing the best they can. And neither of them are good outcomes for our country. This is not something that we believe is the best way forward for Australia, and I believe that Australians will not support an agenda that will seek to turn Australia into a socialist economy.
Thank you, Minister.